welcome back to another video. It is actually very crazy outside. It is raining and I hear we're in for a big thunderstorm later on today. So since the store is a little bit slower, Ray and I decided that we were going to do a video today, which is Sunday, and I hope you guys enjoy. So when opening a business, you do not want to be the same as everybody else. So if you're opening like a retail store, like a grocery store like what we have, do not be the same as the big stores. Try not to compete with them because you will lose, unfortunately. Stores have an advantage in buying products in bulk, and by bulk I mean skids full, whereas a small store like us doesn't buy as much, which means that they will get better pricing on those products and they'll be able to put them at a cheaper price, which therefore says that the little guy will lose when trying to compete with a big store. So try to be different. Having a lot of different products that you can't find at the bigger stores is actually a very good advantage for a small business like our store, because no one will most likely carry that product at the bigger stores, which means they have to come into your store to buy that item, and they'll probably pick up more items along the way when shopping at your store for that item. The next one is do not get into a bad partnership.
Did you do Walmart will crush you like a bug?
That will be added to the previous clip.
No, about non-differentiation.
I just said big stores.
Yeah, Walmart.
Anyways, bad partnerships, don't do it.
Is this a good partnership?
This is a good partnership. Although there's times where we disagree, I don't think I would ever be able to run a store like this with anybody else.
Okay. Thank you. Let's move that because you have a shadow on your eyes.
So when having a partner,
it's like being married.
Only it's like more stressful because you have like a business and then you have everything else tied into it, and it's just... Your
partnership should be, I'd say, something that you can do for life. Your business, you want to have something you're going to be doing for life almost. It doesn't just go away when you want it to. So that's why your partner literally needs to be someone you can work with for life.
I've actually heard stories from customers actually where their husbands have been in business with someone that they thought they could, you know, create this business and all this other stuff, and they ended up having a fallout and the business pretty much crumbled because of everything else, you know, them splitting apart. Then they decided they had to close the business to sell things off, yada yada yada.
I think the way you can figure out if you can work together with someone for at least a good amount of time is do some smaller projects, you know, have some smaller projects that you guys can build together and see if it's the right fit. Or maybe you need to work together at another business to see if you guys can, you know, ebb and flow like a normal partnership can, because you don't want to get in 1 to 2 years with someone and then realize, you know, this person is not what I thought they would be. Literally, business partnership is like a marriage, so be aware of that, and hopefully you do your research on who you get involved with.
Do not take business advice from people that don't have experience. When you open a business or you're thinking about it, a lot of people are going to give you advice, and I mean a lot of people. You can listen to them, you know, listen to all the advice that they want to give you, but don't necessarily take all the advice that you're given, because some people have absolutely no idea what they're talking about.
You just say thank you, I prefer it this way. That's what we learned. I imagine we got, what, about 100 suggestions our first day of business?
Oh, and we still get advice and
it will never stop.
Suggestions to this day.
Some people that have never done this, but they're just, you know, they want to voice their opinion, which is fine. Some of it may be good. Don't brush everybody off. Trust me, they won't like that. Just say thank you, you can consider it, and then you
do what you want.
You do what you want. Maybe take their advice or not, but just be prepared. Don't follow what everyone says, because it will lead you down a path where you don't even know which business you're in anymore.
We always say, and we is me and I, or him and I, always say everybody always knows how to do their job and run a business.
Yeah.
And that's how they treat you when you're actually opening a business. They think their suggestions are the best thing in the world and it's going to be amazing.
But they don't want to cut the check, right?
Yeah, exactly.
If they cut a check, you know, I would listen to them a little bit more. Or if they've been in this business in general, then I would listen to them as well. But you want advice from people who have actually done it, right? You wouldn't listen to a doctor who hasn't been trained to be a doctor, right?
Exactly.
So why should I listen to someone who's never been in business? We're filming this all today because in business you're gonna have rain days and days where literally half the people that normally come in show up, or you make half your sales depending if you're an online business. And you wonder what you did wrong, but just know one day, anything can happen in one day. So look at the long term. That's a side piece of advice.
Yeah, and it's like raining to the point where it's like, it looks like it's flooding, but it's not.
We got 50% of our normal customers today. So that's usually, when we first started, I'd be very, pissed about that, but as time goes on, one day is, just one day. And that kind of leads into our point on spending too much money. Which point is this for?
Yeah, so do not spend too much money.
It's easy to spend money, and tons of entrepreneurs know how to spend money, and not a lot of them are really good at making money. So what am I getting at? It's easy to spend, but hard to make.
So we actually had a situation like this where when we first opened, we were just produce, and then we decided, you know what, we need to bring in as much as possible, and we spent a lot of money to get a lot of new products in. And that was kind of like a life lesson for us, because then we realized, like, hey, we need to take a step back, figure out like what we actually need for the store and not overspend.
It really tied up a lot of our money into inventory that was slow moving. So our bank accounts went low, we had a lot of inventory, but we needed time to sell that, and we still had other bills coming in. So don't spend too much money. At the start, you don't want too many employees, you don't want the fanciest things. Buy used equipment, buy used items for whatever you need. Don't spend too much money, you'll bury yourself, or you'll completely run out of money. And the main thing in business is don't run out of money, because you're done. There's not anybody who will give you loans if you have no money yourself. Up a little bit. It's kind of dark, eh? It's because of the weather. Usually we have a nice not overcast, a lot of sunlight coming in through this front window. Again, terrible weather, terrible day, terrible sales, but great video, right? Thumbs up. Did you tell them thumbs up?
No, thumbs up, like, comment.
You didn't say like and subscribe before? Like and subscribe. Okay. Please like this video. It really helps this channel. If you made it this far, clearly you're interested in being an entrepreneur. That's what this channel is all about. Please subscribe down below. Wow. This is really becoming a thing. Like, you don't want to run out of power when you deal with perishables, because perishables without refrigeration, they start tasting kind of funky.
Next point is, do not open a business with no passion, and meaning do not just go after the money.
If you go after the money, I'd say you're more likely to fail. Yeah. You need to really have a passion so you don't quit when things get hard. Like a day like this, when we first opened, if we had no passion, be like, you know what, it's over, who cares, we're running out of money anyways.
I'm going home, but he would never actually leave.
Don't start just to make money. All the big names, all the people that have made it in the world, they started with, passion. They wanted to change the world somehow. They wanted to make something great. Following the money, I'd say it's probably...
The money will follow your passion.
I like that. The money will follow your passion. They got the blender going. They got the washing machine going. You guys are going to flatten the whole building.
Waiting for the perfect plan.
They know I'm joking, by the way. Okay, and tip number 6 is waiting for the perfect time. We always say this, there'll never be a perfect time in your life to start, and people, wait and plan, and they come up with these perfect, elaborate plans that sadly they can never make them perfect, so they never start. And if you keep waiting for the right time will never come. You just literally need to jump when you can.
An example of this was actually Ray and I wanted to do the store. We always said we would do it in our late 30s, and then
when we're more established, we have more money behind us.
We had kids, this and that. Yeah. But the opportunity arose that this building became separated, and we just kind of took the leap of faith and decided, you know what, we're going to do it before we turn 30 and just see where it goes.
Don't wait for the perfect location. Don't wait for the perfect amount of money. The perfect things never come. You need to make them the right time for you.
Okay, so you'll see Ray keeps looking like out the window because this is how bad it is right now. Just a storm.
My things out.
Yeah.
Look at this. There's supposed to be lights here. They completely, again, shut them down.
No, it didn't. So our final point, number 7, is don't think that you have to do everything alone. You know, I know there are people unfortunately out there that, you know, they don't really have a great support system that can help them, you know, open up a business, run their business. But if you do and you have family that are willing to help, definitely take the help if you are offered it, because it will come in handy.
We gotta get going.
And yeah, like if people are willing to help you, definitely just let them.
We gotta get going.
Okay. Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Okay, say bye. Like and subscribe.
Bye.